now we're on the Pikes Peak Greenway Trail. We're heading up to pick up the Sinton Trail so we can, I got an appointment at Angletech this morning to have the rapid shifter put on. So we got to get going here. I put us behind because of the camera.
Passing on your left.
Passing on your left. Easy, dude, easy.
Yeah, said somebody would not have said not pass on your left, except that I was in his way.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry about that. We had a walker walking all over the place, and then I was just trying to get behind, and I guess the guy on the bicycle thought I was coming over to get him, and I wasn't. But he wouldn't have, like Joe said, he wouldn't have said passing on your left unless, because he never said it to me.
No, he didn't say it to you, he didn't say it to me either, he didn't even say it to the walker.
Actually, I thought he was barking at me, and I just gonna, blow him off. But he was actually barking at the walker. He told the walker to take his headphones off. Yeah, well, today is Thursday. So hopefully you're having a good one. Passing, thank you. And yeah, like I said, when Angletech gets busy during the summertime, spring and summertime, it's hard to get an appointment, so you don't want to muff it and not get there in time. And I think I'm numero uno today. I need you to go to 3, Joe, because I'm going to run you over. I'm in 2. As we've kind of talked about before, even though we both have Bafang motors, and mine's a 500 watt and Joe's is 750, they're still not exactly the same as far as the way they work. My level 2 is much stronger than her level 2, but her level 3 is stronger than my level 3. Howdy. 1. And so we're always at a little bit of odds with each other. If I jump into 2, she needs to go into 3, or I will run her over. And then she gets into 3 when I'm in 2, and she leaves me in the dust. Oh, bounce. Yeah, it's a very beautiful morning. Not a cloud in the sky anywhere. Sorry for the super noisy motorcycle. You know, Joe and I rode motorcycles for years.
Couldn't stand them that loud.
Couldn't. That would drive us both crazy. Actually, our motorcycles always had stock exhaust systems. Well, that's not true. There's one that we picked up for a friend of mine picked up for Joe, but it came with somebody already placed the pipes, and they weren't that bad. They were a little bit loud, but they weren't that bad. Bike back. So basically we have to jump on the Pikes Peak Greenway going north, right from our apartment building, and then we have to pick up the Sinton Trail going east to head up to Angletech. Yeah, It's already 9:15. But we should make it pretty good. As long as we don't have any delays anywhere.
Oh, you don't have construction walking us off.
Yeah. Bike back. Yeah, nobody's interested in passing on the left this morning, boy. Yeah. We're going under the Fillmore Street Bridge here. Right now there's no Exeter entrance off of Fillmore, but supposedly we went to a meeting last year where they were supposedly supposed to look into doing that and kind of redo the bridge and stuff. Howdy. And but as everything else around here, it usually gets put back a year or two from when they say they're actually going to do it. Sometimes it's a year or 5. But yeah, as you can see, all the trees and everything are in full bloom down here in the creek. Howdy. This is up to this part. It's Monument Creek. You have to go a ways down south before they come together. Before Fountain Creek and Monument Creek come together, and then from then on they just call it Fountain Creek all the way to Pueblo, Colorado, and into the Arkansas River. Let's just keep going on the path. We're good. I don't really think it makes that much difference as far as, you know.
Yeah.
Try to give you a little more scenery this morning. This is one of the few spots where it's really nice and open.
So, other places it's just too many trees.
Yeah. Got a pretty good flow today. Got a couple of sandbars, but we didn't. I don't think we got much rain. I don't think we got any rain yesterday. I guess there were some places up north of town that got some rain. Yeah, somebody's helmet. That's weird. That's very strange. But yeah, there won't be any mounted cam because I forgot the SD card again. Well, the problem of it is that I hang on just to make sure that everything goes good till I get the video out to you guys. I don't take it off my SD card till I actually see the video, and I spaced it yesterday. But at least I got the SD card in this one.
I don't think you would have had a video yesterday because you didn't ride on Monday, but you ride on Tuesday.
Okay, well, whatever day it was, yeah. I didn't clear out the card and put it in, and I should have. Part of it's that I don't have much faith in. I bought a Levino. It's Leveno or something like that. Portable computer, and I don't know. It does a lot of weird stuff. I've had Dells for years, but the last Dell didn't seem like it was functioning quite as well as the first couple of Dells I've had. And decided to go with something different, and wishing I would have bought another Dell. I plan on when this one, that's several years from now, of course, but when this one dies, or when you can't put the new software into it, then I'll go ahead and I'm going to go back to Dell, either that or Hewlett Packard, one of the two. I haven't figured out which one yet. Going past the Templeton Gap Bridge here. All right, bounce. Always a dip, a hole, something. crack. Yeah, really. Okay. We're getting ready to turn onto the Sinton Trail here.
Far back.
I think he wants to wait for us. Okay. Tell him to go. Thank you. Okay. Got the mile marker sign here.
That way I didn't want to stop at all.
Yeah. I'm like, I ain't stopping. Not for them. Okay. Now we are on the Sinton Trail. Howdy. Now we're heading west. Go west, old people. Go west. Got a little railroad bridge here. Coming through!
We're clear.
Okay. We're a little busier than, or it's a little busier than, we're about an hour earlier than we normally get out. We don't, we don't get going very quickly anymore.
No. And I take the blame.
Oh no, I'm no better. Oh, maybe I'm a little better, but not much. Actually, you got up today before I woke you up because I was going to let you sleep till 7:30.
Well, you said that we had to get going.
Yeah.
I woke up at 7 o'clock that day. And I argued with myself. Wait till he comes in. No.
I was going to wait till 7:30 just to give you a little Benny. Because I went ahead and, you know, put everything together, put the lunch together and everything else. So. I think I could do the gathering. Up back over that way, over that berm there is the Sinton Pond. But there's no real way to get up there on the trikes. We'd have to get off and hike up, and it's a little bit of it's kind of a steep, nasty little hill.
Yeah, and then also there's only enough room on the path for one person to walk.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, not really room for a trike. Hello. Okay. Now we're going, let's see, what road is this? Oh, I can't think. Oh, Sinton. Yeah, Sinton Road. Yeah, we have the Sinton Trail, the Sinton Pond, and Sinton Road. So Sinton was a milk company, you know, distributor for many, many years. Many, many decades, I should say. I think they were well over 100 years old. And then they sold out. And now there's still a milk company there, but it's like I don't know, it's weird. It's like a boutique milk company. They make fancy milks. I don't know. You know, milk's usually milk, but they call it gourmet milk. So
They put gourmet in so they can charge for us.
Maybe, I don't know. Really spoiled cows, maybe? I don't know. Now we're going under I-25. These are the new bridges they just got done building. Took out some of the old bridges were getting in really bad shape. One of these days there's down that way, there's a tunnel that goes underneath Chestnut Street, and they're supposed to, you know, concrete that and make it so we wouldn't have to stop up here to cross. We could go underneath Chestnut, but like I said, it all comes down to money that nobody has.
Yeah, we're clear.
All right, We like that.
This is the way all trails should go.
Oh, I know it. It was less than 6 months ago. Actually, no, I'd probably. What do you figure it's been? A year now?
No,
8 months?
I think about 8 months.
Yeah.
9 months.
8 months ago, this was a super bumpy, nasty, gnarly asphalt trail that, unless you had full suspension, beat you to death. And they finally were able to get the money up to do this part. Now it's all smooth concrete, baby, and it is so nice. The improvement is astronomical. I mean, seriously astronomical. It's just like coming, because, you know, this is a lot of our urban trails, you know, you go one way, they're all uphill. You go the other way, they're all downhill. So when you do the downhill, because this is the way we're going now is the uphill. You do the downhill on this trail, and I mean to tell you, you have to actually check your speed because it's real easy to, you could easily go over 20 miles an hour easy now. Bike back. But in the old days, you couldn't even dare do that because it would just beat you to death. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you were riding a 29-inch wheel full suspension mountain bike, yeah, you're fine. But otherwise, you were getting beat up. Put in some, finally put back the benches and stuff, so that's cool. Howdy. Howdy. And then another thing about our motors that's really strange, there are times when I'm in level 1 that for some reason the motor decides I need help, and I really actually don't. So I haven't been able to figure that out. And you know, Jo, she's in 1, her motor says, work harder. Pedal, that's right. You know, so there I am running her over, and yet we're both in 1. So yeah, these motors are very very strange. They literally kind of do what they want. You're just along for the ride. I guess maybe the you know, because these are cadence sensing motors, so maybe if you had the torque sensing motor, you know, you wouldn't do all that, because a cadence sensing motor, of course, goes by the RPMs you're spinning, your cadence. But the other one, the torque, doesn't do that. It basically just, the harder you pedal, the more it will give you. So I mean, they kind of work the same way, except that it's the cadence is kind of like a little more automatic, and where the one thing I like about the cadence motors, though, is that no matter what gear you're in, when you first start, or, you know, what level you're in, when you first start out, it will give you a little extra boost. So that's kind of nice, you know. I get, you know, where the other, you know, the other system doesn't have that. So I guess you'd actually have to have a throttle to get the same kind of effect. Although ours doesn't go with a throttle just goes, you know, from stop to full blast. Ours doesn't do that. It just jumps up in the RPMs for maybe a turn of the cranks, and then it goes back down. Howdy. So funny, they cleared all this out of all the brush and trees and everything else, you know, and they redid the rocks. And now the brush and trees is all grown back.
Thought you got rid of me.
That's it. Yeah, it's like, you can't get rid of me. It's not nice to mess with Mother Nature. That's right. But, yeah, so this one you're going to get a whole lot of me talking at you, poor people. I apologize for that. But, yeah, we looking forward to getting the new shifting system on. We put that on Joe's, and Joe's been very happy with it. So she made me decide that maybe I'd like to have that myself. But yeah, now we're back on the old asphalt section, the other old asphalt section. Actually, it's pretty much asphalt all the way up to Garden of the Gods Road. And it could all use to be concreted. But, like we said, it's all about the money. As Jerry Maguire movie said, show me the money. That's pretty much what the city says every time. Every time you bring up that, oh, the trail's getting really bad, it's getting really bumpy, it's got huge cracks. It's like, show me the money. But they do try. I will give them credit. They do try. The other thing they want to do for this part of it is, enlarge the tiny tunnel of terror. Yeah, one going. Yeah, that'd be cool. Have two little tiny terrors of tunnels. Oh, okay. Just to put out the facts, that is not the official name of the tunnel. That's just my name, because for a long time there, the lights didn't work. And I mean, you go into there and it's pitch black. You couldn't see anything. And it's only got, like, if you're on a regular bicycle, you had maybe 6 inches from the end of your handlebars on each side before you run into the wall. So I started calling it the Tiny Tunnel of Terror. But then they came in, maybe even a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years, and they fixed the lights again. So it's not really so bad now. Yeah, let's do the tunnel.
At least it's on the right side of the road.
Let's do the tunnel again. Okay, I messed that song up. Anybody coming?
Nope, we're clear.
All right. Stay back, people. You got crazy trikers coming. As you can see, the lights are, even though they don't look like they're that good, they're way better than they used to be. You can actually, yeah, before it was totally dark. You couldn't see a thing. And as you can see, I mean, it's pretty close. So we don't know if they're going to, like, take this one out and make a wider tunnel, or if they're just going to put another one just like it. Like Joe said, have one go one way and one go the other. The only bad thing about that is somebody will go the wrong way. Okay, we got to make a hard corner here for Joe.
I mean, I think of it, it starts up in here too.
Yeah, I guess maybe they were trimming and just it gouged it or something. That's really weird. Okay. All right, so here we go. Try to keep it on this side so you're not looking at so much of the cars.
Yeah.
I apologize for all the noise. All the noise. If you don't know what that's from, shame on you. Okay. It's from The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. All right, so And as you can see, got a pretty good view of Pikes Peak here once we get past these couple of trees. There you go. Try to get that up a little higher. Go ahead and kick it up, Joe, because I'm running you over. I can't get out of 2 at the moment. And you wonder why I can't get out of 2? Well, that's because I have a camera in my hand on that side, so I can't do it. Whew. Should have taken a sinus pill this morning. Whew. Got me a bit of a banger going. Yeah, it's funny, when they tell you, that it's allergy season, they are full of baloney. All year long is allergy season of some sort. All right, we're coming up to a little street called High Tech Way, and that's the road that, well, technically, Angletech is on Garden of the Gods Road, but actually it's really on High Tech Way. This big building up here used to be the Intel silicone chip making factory, and it went bust, which is kind of amazing when you figure all the computers and this and that and cars and everything else that has to have silicone chips. Of course, I think most of them have gone to like silicone wafers, and maybe that's why it went out of business. Now it's been picked up for, well, half of it is the new El Paso County Citizen Center, and then there's a medical thing, and there's a technical university, and so I mean, at least the building's being used. And I guess I haven't heard much about it lately, but there's a big fight on going that they want to put one of those AI centers in here, of course.
Data centers?
Yeah, the AI data centers. Of course, nobody wants it because they suck water and they put out extreme heat, and they're pretty bad for the environment. And it's so crazy because they showed a map of the world, and it's like the United States has like 5 million of these AI data centers, and even places that's crazy for this stuff like China and stuff, they don't have a quarter of these big AI centers that we do. And for some reason we gotta have them, and it's like, yeah, I'm beginning to wonder if this just not
it's just so they can spy on you.
or something. Yeah, like Joe said, our government is becoming Spies Are Us. All I can tell you is whoever's assigned to us, man, I feel sorry for them. They are bored out of their gourd. If you're spying on the Ondos, man, you got a terrible job. You need to quit and go get a real job. Because we be boring. Nothing exciting about us. Ma and Pa Ondo.
We're funny, but
Yeah, really. Yeah, we are rather funny. And some people say we're cute. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. All right, we are now at Angletech. Dun 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 dun. www.cycledifferent.com, man. Okay. I'm gonna wing up way over here. All right. Well, hello. The official mascot of Angletech, right there. Sorry, I forgot to turn on my mics. I always do that. It's, you know, just the other camera. You know, I don't turn on mics. So.
Well, maybe we should do is put a turn on mics notice on your
Yeah, really.
hard mount.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually, it's not the hard mount that needs it's the handheld, because that's the one that has the wireless mic hook to it.
you can always embroider that onto your cover for the.
The definition, the reason that I use a wireless mic is that on a wireless mic I can put the camera anywhere. I can put it down here. I can put it over my head. I can face it this way, but yet you can still hear me. And you're like, yeah, we know. We wish we didn't. What can I say?
All you do is embroider a turn on mic on your cover, so you'll see that every time you take your cover off.
Yeah, really. Turn on the mic, dummy. Bouncy, bouncy. That's Rita Franklin. Howdy? She don't remember the Queen of Soul. Tell you one thing, I really do like the 11 to 40 cassette that they put on, because that old cassette I think was only like a 30, and it gave you no gears whatsoever hardly. So getting back to the SD card debacle, when I get home I'm going to try to reformat the card and see if I can get it to work, but it may just be, it's an old card. I've had it actually in a couple of phones as just a backup, and it may be too old to run this to run in the 6, which is kind of, you know, I don't think so, because the 6 is kind of, it's an old camera.
It's Criterion or Upper
Criterion. Yeah, since we already had our afternoon snacko. Ole, 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 ole. And turn. Ah, got the mower guys down here now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird how it beeps sometimes, though, you know? I don't know why it does that.
Well, I think I lost you when I turned the corner.
Oh, okay.
And then when you got back around the corner, you were on the...
Howdy?
Then you see that.
Yeah. I got to get this view up here. That's a killer view, boy. That is a killer view. Especially with the stormy clouds. We're good. Keep going. Yeah, you're fine. wonder what tree that is, because there's a certain tree that blooms even in the summertime. It looks like it's like in full fall regalia, you know. I've seen 3 or 4 of them around town.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we are on the Cottonwood Creek Trail. Not for too much longer. Just about ready to go back to the ye old Pikes Peak Greenway. Bouncy, bouncy. And I-25 above us. A little bit of a hill here. All right. This is the end of the Cottonwood Creek Trail. Now they put on I guess they didn't have a shifter that was compatible with my old derailleur. So they put on a new Shimano Q's, they call it, C-U-E-S, I believe, derailleur. And my understanding, a Q's derailleur can actually, they can set it up for electronic shifting. I could be totally wrong, but I thought that's what I read. But I have no use in electronic shifting. That's just another battery I don't want to have to take care of.
Yeah.
Just another battery I don't want to have to take care of. I have enough batteries to charge.
Enough things that you
No kidding. Everything we have needs to be charged. Even our helmets have to be charged now. It's always a nice view down there into the creek. That's the great thing about a trike. You can go slow enough where you can kind of catch the whole view. Of course, everybody wants, seems like everybody but Joe and I want to go fast. Hello?
I guess I'm mentally too old to want to go fast.
I have no wish to go fast. I just don't, you know. I mean, it's kind of fun riffing down a hill, you know, now and then.
Yeah.
But no. Smell the roses.
This idea of having to get hither and yon.
Yeah, as fast as possible. Yeah. Of course, now, you know, we don't train, okay? Now, that doesn't mean we may not, you know, decide to go on a long distance ride again one of these days. Maybe try to ride down to Canyon City again. But it will be a slow ride. We're like that old rock song, slow ride, take it easy. Okay, if you don't know that one, well, you're too young. Just kidding, just kidding. But yeah, no, we just like kicking. That's our thing, man. We're just kicking along.
Enjoy the scenery.
Kicking along, singing a song, but we're not actually side by side. Because she's usually in front or in back. Yes, I know. You're like, oh, he's so corny, it's pathetic. Hey, it's free humor. So if you had a really bad day, the joke's on me, okay? Make you feel better. I need to come up with a joke of the day like one of the other YouTubers. I don't want to name his site wrong. My brain says Traveling Adventures, but I don't think that's it. But he has a bad joke of the day on his ride, you know, which is really cool. Plus, too, he does the best video work of anybody.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember the
He
name.
has imagination.
He has killer imagination. And he just got done riding clear across the United States on the Southern Tier run. And just finished it up a couple days ago. Heading back east. I believe he comes from Delaware. Could be wrong on that.
He talks about Delaware a lot.
Yeah, I think that's where he's from. I'm gonna have to make sure I know that site, and I'll give it to you next time. I'll try to put it in the comments. Put the URL in the comments, because you really should check out his site. It's just absolutely the best, especially once he gets back to doing the longer videos. Because man, they are a kick. I mean, he actually has a few videos where he's actually in a rocket in space, you know, and it beams him down. It's so cool. I wish I could do video stuff like that, but I'm lucky to be able to understand what I do have.
You don't leave his videos with a smile.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Howdy. Thank you. Joe said that if you don't leave with a smile after watching his videos, you had a really bad day.
Or you weren't paying attention.
Or you weren't paying attention. Yeah. Now we're gonna pass Criterium Bike Shop. I'd like to give these guys a plug, because although they don't do recumbents, they do sell accessories, bicycle accessories, and a lot of them. So a lot of our accessories, like our last helmets, our gloves, this or that, actually came from there, because that's one thing Angletech doesn't have a lot of. They have a decent amount of accessories, but they're not a very big shop.
You don't have a clue.
Yeah. They have a very small shop, so they can only do a certain amount of the accessories. This, selling accessories is not their thing, although they sell quite a bit. And they do have helmets, and they do have locks, so they've got a lot, but it's just, like Joe said, they don't have a lot of the clothing and gloves and that kind of thing that the bigger bike shops have. So, and Criterium's been around a long time. They've been around since 1973. They started out with a little shop down next to Colorado College downtown. And I can't remember exactly when they got that new shop, but man, talk about the perfect place to put a bike shop, right on the main trail. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better place to have a bike shop. And they're always cool, they've helped me out a couple times when I run into problems. Hello. Howdy. Now we're going under I-25 again. I guess they could call this the under 25 trail. Under I-25 trail, I should say it that way. Because we definitely could not qualify.
Yeah.
It won't be that long before we'll be 3 times that old.
Another 4 years for me.
Yeah. One nice thing about the overpasses, though, they're nice and cool. If it's a really hot day like today, I know for you guys in, Florida and Texas, 80, 85 is not a hot day. That's just a nice day for you guys. In Colorado, 80, 85 is starting to get toasty. It's just starting to get toasty. That's all there is to it. By the time we get up to 90s, you got to realize, we're at 6,000 feet here in Colorado Springs. So that means we're 6,000 feet closer to the sun. So, yeah. As it gets to 90, and it's like sweltering here. And if it's like there's today, where they've had a little bit of clouds, and the humidity comes up, we're melting. Ah! You can always tell a true Coloradoan when they go someplace Midwest or back east in the summer. You'll know them because they'll be on the porch half melted like an old candle. Because yeah, that humidity just does us in, because most of the time we don't have a lot of humidity. It has to be, you know, like right now we're going into the, won't be long before we'll be in the official monsoon season. So and yeah, and so that's when we have a lot of humidity. And our monsoon season has gotten a lot longer over the years. It used to be from the middle of June to the middle of August. I mean, like clockwork. Now it can start in June and it can go till September. So got a noisy manhole cover here. Hello. Put the old trike down to 1 because I really don't need to be on 2 right now.
Yeah, I got mine down on 1.
But yeah, I just got to quit being cheap and go out and buy a new SD card for the GoPro 6. Actually, I need to buy 2. I need to buy one.
One for the 11.
And well, the 11's got a new card and it works great. A newer card. Because with the 11, you have to have the more powerful cards. I think 11, 12, 13 all have to have the more powerful SD cards. I don't know what makes them more powerful, but they are. Because if you try to put one of the old cards into the 11, it will tell you, no way, baby. I am not going to work. Na 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 na. But I need to buy a card and then a backup card, a new backup card, so I have a card in case I forget to put the SD card in. Yes, that's what happens when you become 70, okay? You have what we call sometimer's disease. Sometimes you remember, sometimes you don't. We're just kind of, yeah, just like a Mounds bar. No, an Almond Joy bar, yeah. Because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Joe and I kind of feel like nuts all the time, so. Okay, got a bumpy old bridge here. Bumpy. You'll have to forgive my movements if they seem a little herky-jerky, but Joe and I washed trikes yesterday, and we are stiff and sore, and yeah, we be a little bit on the really tired side. And that's just... Joe said we're creaky and cranky. Now, I don't know if you guys can actually hear Joe or not. Sometimes it comes out in the video and you can actually hear, and sometimes you can't. Howdy? And because I know with some of the folks that have the newer these helmets we've got on are the old R1s. Basically, this is like, you know, the first helmet that Senna made for intercom helmet that Senna made for bicycles, and so it's strictly it's strictly an old Bluetooth setup, so it hooks into your Bluetooth. Where I guess the new one has the newer stuff has some sort of mesh technology, and it can you know, hook up to a lot more things, and it can do like up to 20 other people with a matching system. Joe and I can only do one more a piece, so we can do two each.
So we do not have R2D.
Yeah. So if you rode with us and you happen to have a Senna R1 or R2, I think we could probably hook up with you. Definitely if you have an R1. Howdy. We could hook up with at least 2 more people. But if you have probably just an R1. If you have an R2, we may not be able to hook up with you. Or if you've got the new, I don't know if they call it the new thing, but it's not in the helmet. It actually is a box, and it sits on it clamps to your helmet strap. And that way, that one's kind of cool because then you can put it on any helmet. You don't have to buy a Sena helmet. But, you know, to be fair, these R1s only cost $129 on sale. And, you know, you go anywhere and buy a helmet, it's probably going to cost, except for maybe Walmart, it's going to cost you $100 at least. Howdy.
How you doing?
I mean, it's going to cost you at least $100. So, you know, I mean, another $30 and you get the intercom too. Yeah, that's pretty hard to beat. You know, helmet and intercom, so. I just don't know if you can beat that. Maybe, you know, if you found a helmet on Amazon on super sale, you know. And we've been very happy with these R1s. We kind of wish that, you know, that it had a little bit more distance, you know, like it had a mile, so you could get around a corner and still have a half mile instead of only having a quarter. Because every once in a while, if you get around too many corners ahead, you'll actually lose the person. This guy's dog wants to eat us. Oh yeah, they can tell. It's Howdy. Yeah, he's like, I just want a nibble, just a nibble. Are they tasty? Are they scrumptious?
Passing on your left.
Passing on your left, thank you. Yeah, I feel really, I wish I could, I want to, like I said, I want to say the name of his YouTube is, you know, traveling something, but I can't remember. I'm so bad with names. But I will get it back on the next video. I'll make sure I know the name, and I will put it into the comments on this video, so you can check out the comments. And hey, leave us a comment. You know, good, bad, indifferent. Just want to say, you know, where you're from. You know, what you ride. You know, because we really do not care what you ride. Okay, if you ride a regular bicycle or an e-bike, man, that's just fine with us. We consider you a brother or a sister.
Family.
Yeah, your family. You know, if you ride a trike, hey, let us know, you know, what you ride, what you've done to it. You know, like our trikes are old. My trike is 15 years old. Joe's trike is 16 years old. And so we can't afford new ones. That's just totally out of the question on our budget. So we're always adding something. Like today, I had the new, I had the I knew them as trigger shifters, okay, but the new terminology for them is rapid shifters. Although we only use them as trigger shifters. Yeah, we're up here to the lake. Not a lake. This is Pikeview Reservoir. And we got some swans over. Not swans. Goose.
Geese are swimming.
Gooses. Lots of gooses. No, I think it's, if you're going to plural it, I think it's geese. But if you want to plural it as a goose, it's got to be gooses. Just enough breeze where you can see little ripples in the water. Yeah.
Passing on your left.
Passing on your left. Thank you. Have a good day.
That's like Jennifer.
Looks like we got might have some rain coming, but it's probably just what they call virga. Oh, check it out. It's a blue heron.
Right.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
by the,
Let's see. I hope I I hope I can at least get.
Yeah, he's just sitting there waiting for you
Yeah.
to take a picture.
I'm not going to take a picture. I just want to get him on. Hopefully he'll. I was hoping maybe he'd take off. Oh, there you go. How cool. We have a few of those, but not very many around here, around in southern Colorado. They usually, it's funny because they usually don't stick to like something this big of water. There, you find them in the creeks and stuff, especially in the marshier parts, the parts with the tall cattail type weeds. That seems to be where they really like to be. They really, really like to be. Okay, got a good little downhill with some nice little corners. See if I can do a heavy lean here. Okay, let her rip. Oh, geese
And geeslings.
and geeslings. Whee! E-ticket ride. Yeah, you can always tell when the mower people are here. They never pick up after themselves. They're like, we mowed, what do you want? Okay. Up this little steep hill. It's funny because it doesn't seem like it should be hardly steep at all, but you really slow down. This is not a terrible grade. Let's see, we're up to 4.5, 4.8, 4.9, 5.1, 5.3,
Taller than me?
5.7.
Definitely taller than me.
Okay, that was max, 5.7. Yeah, see, these are these trees I'm talking about. If you walk around there, they're all like, they look like fall already, you know? It's like, dude, it just got to be June.
Well, I think what that is happening is they come out with more like a flower, a yellow flower,
Oh, okay.
and then that turns leaves afterwards.
Howdy? Yeah, that could be.
Because there is a yellow flower tree.
Yellow flower tree, huh?
that people plant all the time.
Yellow flower tree, very pretty. Okay, that was terrible.
Lemon tree, very pretty, and the lemon flower is sweet. This fruit is therefore lemon is impossible to eat.
And yet I know people who will eat a lemon.
Yep. But, I mean, I
can't.
Adding sweetener to it, and they can get lemonade, that's fine.
Yeah. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo. Howdy? Doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo. And we got us a train going by. But there's too many trees, so we can't really see it very well. I always like to try to catch a train for Pitmaster Toby.
That is a short train.
Oh, that is a short train for that line. We're going past the skate bowl. Although it's funny how many bicycles and scooters use it.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're just cruising down Pikes Peak Greenway towards home. For you all that have been around us for a while, you know this area well. But now as good a time as any, just say thank you for watching the video. And please like, share, and subscribe. Excuse me, I get a little dry here. I'm going to stop over here and get me some water. Oh boy. Woo. There we go. Okay. I gotta get back up over this little ledge here. There we go. And we're coming up to the infamous bobble bumps, as we call them.
We're now entering the bubbles.
The bobble zone.
It used to only be a little fight space, but now it's got a
Yeah,
It's growing.
it's growing. It really makes the tires work. Yeah, I definitely think we need to get on the way home, Joe. I think your rear tire is losing air.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but
You could be right too.
seems a little on the excessively bouncy.
Mm-hmm. You're getting one down sheet. 3.
Yeah. I may have to pull that off and put in the other tube even without, I should have picked up some orange sealant. There, Angletech was going to try to get her in today, but they're just buried alive. That's it. Yeah. It gets anywhere near late spring, early summer, Angletech is just buried alive. They are very popular. In fact, I saw a certificate on their wall that said that they are the 3rd highest AZUB dealer worldwide.
I can understand that.
So they sell a lot of AZUBs. Well, AZUB is the premium trike. Got bike up and bike back. Howdy. Thank you. One more?
2 more.
Thank you. Nope, only one more for me. Because
Right up.
the one was already past me. Howdy. But again, seriously, we'd appreciate it if you would share the video and give us a thumbs up, otherwise known as a like. Or, you know, if there's something that it really perturbs you about the video, give us a thumbs down and please leave us a comment. There's a chance
Don't
for...
know what you do. What we did wrong if you don't tell us.
Yeah, we might be able to fix it. Now, some things are just the limit of cameras or mounting system. It's like the GoPro 6, my hard-mounted camera. Now that one there, it's on a homemade hard mount. In fact, I'll give you a quick look there. And so if it gets on a really bumpy bridge or a really bumpy, lumpy part of the trail, you're going to see some bounce. And there's just nothing I can do because a GoPro 6 is a fairly old camera, and the hyper smooth, what do they call that? Anti-bounce system is, you know, pretty weak on an older GoPro 6. It's definitely better on this GoPro 11, and it would be absolutely fabulous on a GoPro 13 because they're up to hyper smooth 8.0, and my 6 probably has a hyper smooth 1.0. The only reason I bring that up is because that way, if you guys decide that you want to be a YouTuber, you know, and make YouTube videos, and hey, if you start your own YouTube, you know, and you're doing trikes and whatever, you know, hey, let me know. Give me your YouTube URL, and I will subscribe. I like nothing better than being the first subscriber to somebody's YouTube page, new YouTube page, especially if it's about trikes. Because yes, we are a little prejudiced to trikes, okay? Just a bit. But that's because we really like our trikes. We rode bicycles, you know, the two-wheel bikes for years. And at one time, we were actually going to buy e-bikes instead of buying e-trikes. But after Joe's second heart attack and them trying to get to her heart meds and her diabetes meds to actually work together and make her not dizzy, it's just like, nah, it's just time to go to three wheels. And I'm pretty happy we did, because these things are really comfortable. And, you know, I will be blunt with you, they are not as fast as a bike. First of all, a bike usually has, you know, at least 26-inch wheels, if not up to 32 now. And those big wheels, man, once you get them puppies rolling, they cover a lot of ground. Ours are 20 inches all the way around. So, you know, it takes 1 3/4 revolution of our tire to equal 1 revolution of a 26-inch tire. So we have to work a lot harder to go faster. Now, of course, yes, we do have e-assist, so we can just crank it up if we wanted to, but then you're using battery you really don't need.
And you're not seeing what's around.
And it's like Joe says, you're not seeing you're not seeing where you're going, you know. It's cool to be, you know, going down here. Yes, I know. It's like, but BJ, you use the same trails all the time. And you're right. We have a limited amount of trails. But howdy? Hello?
Nice whip.
Thank you. And and then what I try to do is, you know, shoot them a little different each time, so you're not getting quite the same perfect thing every time. But kind of let you know about the gear I'm using, so you can kind of figure out what you want. Howdy? Because, you know, I mean, you can get into, if you watch, you know, like you know, Facebook sales and stuff like that, you can get into a GoPro 6, 7, or 8 for, you know, like $100 now. So I started with a GoPro 1, the actual very first GoPro. Got a GoPro 2, picked up a GoPro 3. Actually, I had a GoPro 3 given to me. No, the GoPro 3 I paid for. The GoPro 4 I went to, somebody gave me. And now I didn't go to a 5. I went right from a 4 to a 6. 5 is the start of the newer era. But I think it has the because the 1 through 4 do not have the hyper boost anti-bounce program. So your camera will, you know, your ride will bounce up and down. So I'd go with at least the 5 and up is where I recommend, because at least that way you'll have at least some kind of the, you know, the anti-bounce program. But yeah, definitely hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll kind of let you know, some of the upgrades we keep making to these old trikes to keep them going. It's amazing how little maintenance they do take, though. I mean, we've only done a couple of major things, put e-assist on them, and on Joe's we switched from an older model hydraulic disc brake to 90 millimeter drum brakes. So that cost us some pretty serious money. With with labor, that was about $800 to $900. So that was a big investment. But we also have, you know, both our trikes came with, you know, the old free wheels, and when we had e-assist motors, they were, you know, in the hub. Now we both have what they call inline motors. Howdy. So yeah. So from Joe and BJ Ando, out and about on the recumbents, as usual, we will say thanks for coming along for the ride. And until we come together next time, my friends, happy trails. Bye till next time.